Let's do this thing. Hey, Blue Table fans. It's time to look at some trade stock. This is a special. We're running a bit of a clearance over this weekend. Clearance. Roger. We name that movie. So, here's the deal. Go on the web store. A lot of things have been reduced. Oh, we hate doing that. But our loss is your gain. Now, you know what? I'm just going to do it how I do it, and that's how it's going to be. It's going to be Sean style. That's where you go to the buffet and just kind of... That's right.
It's fall clearance time. It's fall cleaning.
It's fall cleaning.
It's the same thing we do in the spring.
It's lovely.
It feels
and
good.
because it's mental.
So we don't really
it's
hate doing it.
Blockage.
We actually enjoy it.
So first off, we're going to take a look at some armies and collections that are already on the block, and they've been there a while. Now, I don't want these to be here by the end of the weekend. So if you don't like what the number is, send us an email, because it sounds so cheesy. This has got to go. This inventory's got to go. Okay, so what we have here is we have this huge, enormous orc army, which you have seen a number of times before. It's got a lot of tender loving care, conversion work, specialty pieces like this Forge World Lifta-Droppa. You can get a list and see more pictures on the web store. And by the way, this is like double layer of models, so there's a ton of stuff in this. Next one is this Space Wolf army. This is very handsomely painted and has lots of conversions. It's a 13th company, so fantastic there. This is Brett's mostly completed Salamander's army. It does have some items that are unfinished, like this turret here. However, and you've seen this on updates, it has some extremely well done pieces, just lovingly handcrafted. This is really quite a treasure. And if you add up the retail value, it's probably you probably got 200 in vehicles and maybe as much as 300 all told when you add it all up together. So for the work that's gone into this, it's really a steal. You're taking advantage of me. Don't you feel bad? How are you going to sleep tonight after you buy some of this stuff? Okay, here's a Crike's army, and quite frankly, this is the first time that I'm seeing this, but it's got a lot of models in it, and definitely check out the list for that. Here's a dwarf army. This is 2,500 points. You know, I said that's actually not right. It's 3,000 easily, and got lots of infantry, fun to play. And this is definitely worth picking up. Next, we have this Chaos Space Marine Army. You've seen it in a lot of bat reps. I've gone over it ad nauseum, the different conversions. I've done specialty reports on it, so fans of the channel should be familiar with this. By the way, look at the numbers on these lots. We're up to lot 20. We're in the 2300s. This is lot 535. So how sick of this thing do you think I am? And there's no cause for it, people. It's got great, these obliterators are awesome, and it's just really neat. So grab your new Chaos Space Marine Codex, pick up this army, get playing, add some new fun, awesome models, and get on the board. Isn't it time already? Don't you feel a little embarrassed every time you put all these unpainted figures on the board? You know, one time I was at the local game shop, and I saw a guy with a squad of Howling Banshees, and he hadn't even put them on the bases. He had just laid them on their sides. And that's the problem. The problem is all these Sarah's on the camera. She's like biting her lip like, oh, that's so bad. And so that's the problem. You need painted figures. It's so much more, it makes the experience just absolutely so much better. Okay, we have the Wolves of Cahorn. Which you've seen a number of times. You've seen plenty of it. That's at least 2,000 points. We have the Space Wolf army here. This was done up as a practice army by new painters. It is priced appropriately. And then we have this Tyranid army. This is in a bit of a disarray, but you know what? This is one that we just picked it up quite inexpensively, and we're passing along the savings to you. We have this Crike's army here. This one is done quite handsomely in this sort of dull mineral green color scheme, and they're
beautiful, actually.
yeah, this is done so nicely. You got your cards here. Quite frankly, I don't know if this is all the cards that you need. It looks about right for this amount of models. You've got these tokens, brand new tokens that come with it, and I mean, do you want to pick up a bunch of unpainted figures? And that's the baseline that you got to start with. In fact, I'm going to do a video. Yes, I'm taking as long as I want on this. I'm going to be doing a video on how to evaluate an army, and one method is you simply calculate the retail value of the models, and then you see how much extra you're paying for all of the effort, and then you think in your mind, how long would it take me to do all of that? And if you don't have skill at painting and assembly, how long would it take you to learn how to paint and assemble? And do you have your equipment? Well, you're going to need at least, I'd say to paint any army, you're going to need at least $50 to $100 worth of paints and assembly supplies. Right? So now, why oh why wouldn't you just go to, you know what, I think I'll be smart today, and go to the Blue Table Painting web store and just buy my army. I mean, people don't mill their own golf clubs out of on a lathe with a slab of stainless steel and whittle the golf club heads and stain them and varnish them. You don't do that. Maybe some people do. They like it. I'm going to get an earful from the hobbyists. I enjoy painting. Yes, I understand that. It was a confession. It was a confession of love. Here's that two-headed dragon that's awesome, and I can't get enough. I bring it out whenever I'm sad. Okay, let's move on to this stuff right here. Oh, hello. We're still going. Can you start and stop? Hey, ho, let's go. Hey, ho, let's go. It's saying songs in a normal voice. I love doing that too. My wife never knows when I'm doing that. I'll start to say, I'll be like, you know what, day after day, love turns gray. And she's like, oh no, don't start this again. Okay, so here we've got stuff. Yeah. This is stuff, that's right, a whole smorgasbord of models. This is stuff that's been in trade stock, and I'm like, Robbie, you need to get this up over the weekend. And he says, Sean, I've actually arranged for time off. I'm doing a family thing out of state. And I'm like, how important is this family thing? And so I'm making him kind of justify it to me. And poor Robbie thinks I'm serious. So I'm like, well, you're not going tonight, so stay late tonight and get this all laid out for me so I can do the video on it. And so instead of this being, so here's the deal, here's where you're going to love it. Instead of being like 90 to 200 listings individual, because we break it up, we've broken it up into like 10 listings at big chunks. And pick them up. Just do the math. And find out how much would you pay. I bet it's going to be a lot less. Yeah, that's right. Some people are going to see this, and they're going to go to checkout, and you know what's going to happen? You will have checked out like 30 seconds before them. Oh, no longer available. Brutal. So don't take too much time typing in your information is what I have to say. All right, first up, we have a Squigoth. This is from Forge World, and it's got lots of awesome pieces in it. It can be converted to different races. I've seen them as ogres and goblins and whatnot. So here's like the upper jaw on this guy. He's got some wicked dentures there. Here's the horns for it, the side howdahs. All this stuff is what you see is what you get. You just get the models. You don't get the table. You also don't get this, so don't think that's coming. The sticky note not included. Okay, so, and then this is the howdah that goes on. I think it goes like this, right? Isn't that cool? So yes!
I love it.
It's the neatest thing. It makes me happy inside.
I love that.
Look at that. Yeah,
Woo!
it's cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
I kind of want it myself. I might get on
Probably
there
do
and
get
buy
these
it.
baggies. Okay, next up we have some, please do, Sarah. We have some vampire counts, just some zombies and ghouls. They're put together. We have this fine cast hero here. Looks like a vampire lord. on Steed. That's lot 2374. We have these wood elves, giant wad of wood elves. So what you see is what you get. You got these war dancers here, tons of these glade riders and glade guard. Let's take a look at what's in here. See, because you never know what's going to happen. For all I know, it's going to be Space Marines. Nope. This looks like just bits. So that's not extra, guys. Let's check this. See, that's why you got to open these. Got to do a little caveat emptor on this stuff. Oh, this does apparently look complete, but again, I'm not saying anything. There's bases in there. I'm just saying you'll get what you see here. So we're only doing a cursory examination, just like in Storage Wars. Man, I love that show. Okay, so over here you have some Dark Elves. This is a huge Dark Elf army. You've got a couple of cauldrons of blood. You've got some Corsair Command old metal figs. These make great drow for role-playing games. A couple of metal heroes here, some Cold One Knights. Lots of, and it's deceptive. Like, look at this. Oh, this giant chunk. Oh, but guess what? Each one of these little compartments has like 6 legs in it. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 9 guys here. And then there's a bunch of torsos, shields, spears. So this can be as many as, I don't know, maybe 30 guys, 25, 30 guys. This baggie, right? Oh, it's just a bunch of baggie of bits. A bunch of baggie of bits. Oh, man. Try saying that 3 times quick. Okay, but there's actually torsos and legs in there. So that's maybe 5 or 10 additional Dark Elf Spearmen. You've got a repeater bolt thrower or 2 here, a couple of Hydras, a bunch of crossbowmen and spearmen put together, a whole bunch of Blackguard. Blackguard! I love me some Blackguard. I want to play Dark Elves, as you know, from my other casts. So anyway, and then here's crew for the Cauldron of Blood. So that's
Can I
about
say something
2376.
about that?
Please do.
You don't have to look at this and be afraid if you don't love to assemble, but you really want this army. We can do it. We can assemble it and paint it.
Thank you.
As a project.
A lot of people do that.
Yeah, we have quite a few things that come through that way, and it saves you a lot, and then you get to spend a little bit more in conversion work or doing something phenomenal or adding a really cool fig that you didn't think you could afford because you got it for so inexpensive. So
That's right. That's an excellent point. Thank you very much, Sarah.
Welcome.
Okay, here, now look at this. Here's just a big old thing of bits. What is even in here? There's a whole
banners.
bunch of, yeah, here's a Bretonian Knight leg for some weird reason. And yeah, just tons and tons of pieces and bases. There's even a couple of 40 mils in here. I don't know why you would need those, but those are always handy. In fact, you really don't need those. I'm going to take these out. Sorry, no 40 millimeter rounds for you. I don't know why you would even need those. So there's a bunch of guys in here. There's these Pegasus riders with Dark Elf guys on them for some apparent reason. But these can be converted into something. So lots of conversion potential. Oh, look at this. Here's Cold One Knights. Is this complete? Let's find out. So that's, people were like, you better open that. Looks complete.
Yeah, looks like all the parts are there.
No. I think there's a couple of things that have been clipped off. So anyway, I'd be I'd be surprised if this army weighed in at any less than 3,000 points. So this is a great way. Just pick it up. Okay, on to a Bretonian army. I don't really even know what to say here because there's just so much stuff. Maybe, I'm going to say 60 to 100 infantry here, maybe more, and tons of cavalry. Looks like some current edition stuff. You have some older stuff in here, not that much. You've got this hippogriff. Are the wings floating around in here somewhere? I'm not sure. Here's a bunch of knights to go on there, but again, I don't know if it's enough. So here's that. We have this box here. Let's see what's in here. Oh yeah, there's a ton of horses. It looks like it's just a box of knights. Silly English knights. Bretonian hero on Pegasus. Green Knight. These are new in box, so those are looking good. All right, we're coming up on the end. 2377 is a lot there, by the way. And Now this is a ridiculous lot, and this looks deceptively small. It's not small. It's Robbie going, Sean, do I have to take every model out and form it up? And I'm like, So I said, just undo some baggies here. So this is just a bunch of Lord of the Rings stuff, and it has these baggies. In fact, I just want to pick one and take a look at what's in it. So if you empty this baggie, by the way, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 baggies with miscellaneous stuff. How many guys do you think this is? Let's count, right? 1, 2, 3, and they have a very simple, basic paint job, nothing to shout about. It's partly unfinished. These are orcs apparently, but wouldn't this be great for like a role-playing game? Even if you're not into Lord of the Rings, this is just a bunch of models. Come on! Toys, little toy soldiers. So here we go. So this is all I've taken out, and I've taken out 10 guys. So if we did an estimate, it'd be 10, 20, 30, 40 to 50 guys in just one baggie. Now, granted, some of the baggies are smaller and have cavalry in them. This is probably about 10 cavalry, a couple of infantry in there. This baggie here has a bunch of wargs, which are great for conversions. These look like they've been dipped, so that is a downside. But a lot of it's just been primed black, or it's partially painted. So I'm going to read you just the titles that the guy that traded them in put on there. This says Rohan, Mordor, High Elf. This says Numenor, Stuff. I guess it's, oh no, there's actual guys in it. Wood Elf, Gondor. Look at this baggie. That has like a ton of stuff in it. They're just packed. Gondor, Mordor, Rohan, Mordor, High Elf, and Galadrim, and then the last one is Mordor. So a lot of Mordor in there. Oh, and there's one more baggie here. This says Mordor models. So, and then of course all this miscellaneous stuff. You have this Oliphant, and again, what you see is what you get. The base is kind of banged up here, has some oddball stuff about it. But a lot of it is put together decently, like these guys here. There'd be no reason you couldn't just finish painting those. So there you go. That is lot 2378. It's Lord of the Rings. Here's your last and the coolest lot. We're getting into Daddy's stash here. This is stuff that I held on to because I thought it was so cool. I've literally held this for years and not put it up on the block, as far as I know. So this is Rackham Confrontation figures, and this is packed with them. So Predators, and I don't know if these are complete. I'm just kind of weighing it. So it could come with extra stuff too. There have been times when I've opened one of these up, and it's a little treasure trove because somebody just packed a bunch of stuff in there that didn't belong in there. And so there you go. Okay, so let's just take a look at this one box. So Predators. Yeah, that looks on cursory examination, that looks complete. And by the way, these are impossible to find. Excuse me, I just said impossible. They're very difficult to find. Even on eBay, there's hardly any, just off the top of my head, I'd say if you put all this stuff on eBay, you'd have more confrontation stuff on eBay than anybody else. I mean, this is a treasure trove. Lots of cool figs. Praetorian Guard. And again, I'm not vouching for the contents. I'm just saying that I feel something in here. Should we open up every single one, just for kicks? Sarah's getting tired. No, she's not tired. Sarah loves holding the camera.
Yes, I do.
Okay, here we go. So let's go ahead and open this one up. So there's your cards and your models. Yep, looks like 5 guys. But again, I'm not looking at every single piece. And it is open already. I have no reason to suspect that it's not complete. These have weird paint stuff on it, but these are Goblin Ninjas. And this is a really super cool set. Let's go ahead and open that so we can get an examination.
I think that's actually just texture.
Yeah, it's
It would wipe it off.
spackled.
I just haven't.
Well, and I just ripped it, but you don't need the box. Yeah, it's
The
looks
card
like
is there.
1, 2, 3,
sideways.
4, 5, 6, 7. It's like maybe 7 or 8 guys. Is there another body in here? Yeah, there's one more body. Yeah, there should be 8 guys. So anyway, yeah, and the cards have come out. The cards really aren't very useful because they are, the game is really defunct. But if you do play this game, then good for you, because you know, there's people out there that are fans. All right, you know, we better just hurry up. We have some Branocore orcs, which are very characterful. This is some kind of tree guy with a frozen waste northern tundra orc type thing called Garaka. And by the way, this is lot 2379. Now let's get in here and look at the goodies. This doesn't seem to be complete. Sentinels of Donakill. Got this guy. Familiars of Earth. Yeah, just go ahead and come right on over. You've got some clones here. This model is extremely rare. Razim the Insane, he's called. A Karatas warrior. This dwarf guy. Oh my gosh. I gotta tell you guys, this is a ridiculous lot. And yeah, there's just so much in here. Here's this centaur hero. Some of this could be rebased and touched up and has some pretty decent paint jobs on it. So isn't that lovely?
What do you recommend these figures for if someone doesn't play?
Here's Razim the Insane. Oh, role-playing games.
Confrontation.
Yeah, RPGs definitely. Just pick them up. Pick them up for your RPGs. So that's just cards. Go ahead and just do a sweep in here to give a general idea of what it is. A ton of wolf in here. A bunch of blisters. Some of these dwarf guys. And all of these, they're so hard to find. They're classics. The sculpts are so nice. And quite frankly, I've just kept them around and hoped that someday I would do something with them. And I just never got around to it. And now I'm just like, you know what? These are gonna make somebody happy, and they're gonna love it. You're just gonna be like, oh, what a treasure! This is awesome, honey. You don't have to buy me anything for Christmas. That's right. Better than Christmas. All right, well, thanks for tuning in, and by all means, check out the web store. Let's get it done. Oh, and hold on, just one more thing. Don't forget to make an offer on some of the armies. We're ready.